Welcome to our channel, ladies and gentlemen. From yesterday, Raila Amolo Odinga has been receiving harsh messages because people say that the decision that he made to support William Ruto for the multi-sectoral dialogue goes against the mood of the people. And we have tried to analyze at first that Raila should not try and sanitize William Samoei Ruto. William Ruto came into this government just thumping, and he said that he had a plan, economic plan, social plan, political plan, and he said that he wanted to change this country. As a matter of fact, he said that since independence, we have never had a president who was ready to make hard decisions, and that he was sent by God to make those hard decisions to make Kenya move forward. Now, some of those hard decisions are to increase taxes. In the midst of all this, Raila shocked many after supporting Gen Z and saying that Gen Z told him to stay at bay, and he did that, but he's supporting them. And since since he made that statement yesterday, there have been allegations that now he wants to join the government, that he now wants to join the government as a partner in a handshake. And of course, many of the people have been sending pictures and videos in social media are saying that Raila Amolo Odinga is a sellout. They're saying that he joined Moi, he joined Kibaki in a coalition government. He joined Uhuru Kenyatta in a handshake, and now they are saying that there is NADCO report and a handshake with William Samoei Ruto. So this has been running, and at some point I had analyzed that maybe Raila Amolo Odinga, because of the position that he wants, because of the accusations that are being leveled against him, he is telling William Ruto that he supports dialogue, while he knows very well that Gen Zs do not subscribe to his leadership, so they will still go. And maybe he's supporting them, but does not want to say. And many are saying that that was uncalled for. He should have said that we need dialogue. Now, the question on whether Raila wants to get to the government through the back door, the question on whether Raila wants to get to government through a handshake has been flying and has been viral. So today, there was a clarification on the same. Certain leaders that are listening to the people on the ground, that are listening to Raila's supporters, paid him a courtesy call. They sojourned in his office with one message: tell your people whether you are joining this government through a handshake. This happened after ODM told their supporters that we don't support demonstrations, so stay put. So if at all there is any ODM supporter who will go to the street, they will go as Gen Z. So that Raila is trying to tell William Ruto that I'm not part of this. So they confronted Raila with that question. Some members of the Kenya Kwanza bloggers had started spreading the rumor that Raila had gotten into Kenya Kwanza government through the back door, that the sole reason why he supported dialogue was to be accepted into the government through handshake. So these leaders went to him just to clarify and find out whether Raila was joining the government. And he chose to answer to them. This is what Raila said. Nimeambiwa na hawa viongozi kwamba mumesema hamtaki handshake. Ujumbe umefika. Nimeambiwa na hawa viongozi ya kwamba mmesema hamtaki handshake, ujumbe umefika. Now I want you to note that that message has been sent in Kiswahili. It is intended to reach a particular member of audience because there are people who are mad at Raila from yesterday, and they're telling Raila, you have sold us. You are also now joining this government. So it is very clear. There has been this information that Ruto had wanted Raila to join the government to help him calm down the tension and the pressure that has been perpetuated by the Gen Z. But the same pressure that is coming from Raila supporters has made him reject that olive branch. Because William Ruto, it is said, wanted Raila to be part of this government. And you know, people have labeled Raila a man of handshake. Like I said, they are saying he joined Moi, he joined Kibaki, he joined Uhuru Kenyatta, and now. But then, ladies and gentlemen, what is your take? Can we separate the two? Why do you think Raila Amolo Odinga yesterday decided that he supports a handshake? I mean, he supports dialogue, because this is where the problem began. Gen Zs are saying that we know Ruto. He is calling for dialogue so that the momentum can cool down. He's calling for dialogue so that the political class can have their way. We don't trust him. We have given him our reasons why we don't want dialogue. As a matter of fact, he knows why we don't want dialogue. The government is rotten, full of corruption. But Raila on his hand is saying that ultimately people will have to talk, because there can only be two ways, ladies and gentlemen. Let us face this reality. It is either Gen Z will go to full swing until Ruto vacates office, and you see that will be messy and bloody. It has happened in some countries, in Tunisia, in Egypt, in Sudan, in Sri Lanka. When people decide on one accord, they go to the full length and they ouster a president from office, but it is not easy. The Gen Z have decided that they are going to do it in a very non-violent way. That is one. Number two is that the Gen Z will push William Ruto to a corner until William Ruto will say, I have agreed, I have succumbed to this and that, so please let us dialogue and tell me what else you want. And Raila is saying that people need to talk, because we are dealing with a very ruthless government, by the way. We are dealing with a man who does not care. So far people have died. And you know, there's something that I always criticize Raila about. He's a statesman. He's magnanimous. He works with his enemies. And that has cost him, by the way. He will never become a president of this country because of that. You steal his votes, you get to dialogue with him. That is the disadvantage of it. But the advantage of this is that Raila has really avoided bloodshed. And I know you might not like this, but he has really avoided bloodshed. The only people who can listen and understand what I'm saying is a mother or a father whose child has been shot and is normal. So depending on how you look at it, it is advantageous or disadvantageous. But for those who have been spreading this rumor that Raila wants to get into a handshake, Raila has clarified that he has listened to the people. I don't know whether some will interpret it that now that you're saying that people are telling you that they don't want a handshake, does it mean that you yourself wanted it, but because of you've listened to the people, you don't want it? I think Raila wants a position at the African Union Commission as a chairman. You cannot be a chairman and at the same time you want to be part of a coalition government. I think that is a very clear clarification. I don't think it can happen, because as a chairman, if he gets that position, he must ensure that he does not get involved in the local politics. And so the people are spreading the rumor that he wanted a handshake. I don't think it is true. And this could be part of the NIS who feel threatened about Raila's future in 2027. And that is why they rushed to beg him to come and support dialogue, because they know very well that this is going to rub him very roughly with the Gen Z. So that come 2027, Raila and Ruto are now in one basket. They are saying that Raila and Ruto are a problem. They are not now. They feel that Raila is not part of of the solution, but part of a problem. We want to say the way things are unfolding, but Raila said there is no handshake, and I believe Raila should not get into any handshake. Let him be very clear. Let him go for that seat at the AU. And Raila, I know he believes in dialogue, but let him do it in such a way that we don't feel that he's assisting William Ruto. Well, I'm kind of looking at Raila, and I still believe, I don't know whether I'm wrong, that Raila could be supporting the Gen Z. But because of what is happening, he's still making those statements so that it can be seen that he's not sponsoring them the way people are saying. The Gen Z must continue with their course because Raila didn't send them to the streets. Raila speaking for the ODM fraternity. In fact, as it is now, he's not even speaking for the Azimio. He's speaking for the ODM because Azimio is now broken. Eugene Omalwa, Kalonzo Musyoka, Martha Karua, they don't support it. Even Jubilee is not supporting it. So Raila, in his wisdom, knows why he wants to support this. But this has really rubbed him the roughest way with the people who have been supporting him. They feel he's a sellout. Let us give him the benefit of doubt. He has said there's no handshake, and we believe him. But let him trade carefully with William Samoei Ruto. That is one thing Kenyans are telling him. Let him trade very carefully. There is this allegation that someone wants to hijack this process to oust Ruto so that he can get to power. And that's why people are saying that they want to use Raila to help them. They want to use the Gen Z to remove Ruto so that they remain on the seat. And that's why people are cautious about this. I don't know. But there's a lot of tension in the government because the government itself is divided. You've seen Rigathi Gachagua accusing the NIS boss that he didn't give enough information when youths went to parliament. But Ruto is saying, I got enough intelligence and we were well prepared. So some people are saying that Raila is being pushed to fight this war. Of course, they have said they will not support any kind of impeachment motion against Gachagua, but they are also saying that they're not supporting Ruto. But now we can see that he's trying to help William Ruto because William Ruto is now rotten in the face of Gen Z and they want him to go. But Raila is saying, let us trade very carefully because the person we are dealing with, the end result might not be good. So, ladies and gentlemen, there is no handshake, and those people are spreading it. Raila has clarified.